Take a little time, sit back, think of all the times you were at best, yeah. Gotta keep on moving, gotta keep on fighting to get things off your chest. Lay your head to your hands, yeah, I hope one day the world will understand as I lay my head to my hands, yeah, I know one day the world will understand. Take a little time, sit back, think of all the times you were at best, yeah. Gotta keep on moving, gotta keep on fighting to get things off your chest. Still having dreams, it's you and me, sitting on the mountain top. Lay your head to your hands, yeah, I hope one day the world will understand as I lay my head to my hands, yeah, I know one day the world will understand. Still having dreams, it's you and me, sitting on the mountain top. And I will wake up and realize I face reality. Another dream here stops. And I will wake up and realize I face reality. Another dream here stops. And I will wake up and realize I face reality. Another dream here stops.
Make any space feel like outer space. Change starts with Dulux.
Maybe it would trouble yourself and we went there in time. If you see differently, don't put your own. One day I would love to get down to see something with you, but now it's not a crazy fantasy. I saw you out there yesterday. I couldn't find it in my heart to tell you that I'm so sick of being alone. The ones that won't make us laugh about you. Don't go alone.
Okay, greetings and welcome to a special Sunday night live stream, 28th of May, 2023. We had a there's my monitor audio. Apologies for that. I'll start by saying greetings to KG, who made it in the chat, also Joker Man. As I said, this is Sunday night open mic episode. If anyone wants to come on and say hello, say goodbye, share any messages you want, I'm going to put a link on the screen. And that isn't quite right. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to join us tonight, it is tinyurl.com/BZLive2805. And I'll also put a link in the live chat. Okay, there we go. Show. That isn't it. Yeah, there we go. Right. We've already got someone backstage waiting to come on. We had him on a couple of Thursdays ago on the Bobsy Hour, Joker Man, and I believe he's still waiting to come on. Thanks, obviously, to Joker Man, who helped me set up this evening. Let me just very quickly put a link to tonight's how you can come on as a guest, some quick tips and instructions. If you want to join, you just have to click this link. It will take you to a web page on StreamYard where you are invited to put a username in. Call yourself anything you want. You can come on anonymously. I certainly won't be asking anyone to share their face in tonight's stream. And you then have to allow access to your camera and mic, but whilst they call it the studio, before you actually come on the stream, make sure you switch off your camera. I won't be bringing anyone on the stream and showing their face. KG says you're going to Jackal Island, St. Simon's and Savannah this week, visiting family. Wow, that sounds amazing, KG. Not places I've heard of. Is that the United States? I mean, Savannah, GA, of course it is. Not that I'm sure what GA stands for. No, but thank you for sharing. Right. Let me just put this link in the chat. If you'd like to join as a guest, please go to... There we go. Right, okay, who have we got? Joker Man is waiting, so I'm going to bring him on to say hello. Right.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm good, man. You?
Yeah, we're doing well this end. Thank you for asking. How have you been since the last time you were on the show?
I've been doing really well, thank you. Yeah.
That's what
still working with you, and then with Chris Brown as well. Been doing a bit of music with him, but yeah, I spin a lot of plates, and sometimes I can get a bit too focused on one plate, and then they all drop.
Yeah, always a possibility, of course. Yeah, I know you both we've heard a bit of music from Chris Brown. I've showed links, and I'll put a link in the description of tonight's video for where people can check his channel out. I know you've also done a lot of music. We've shared some by your old band, haven't we, in the past?
Yeah, I'm really trying to get the band back together. That's one of the reasons why. That's the main reason why I started the channel altogether. It's to convince him to get back together and then have a platform to share music.
Yeah. What did I ask you already? What you played? I mean, I know what you play actually. But
I play drums. Yeah, I'm a drummer.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Do you mind me saying the name of the band, or would you rather? I'll let you.
Yeah, the band's called Problem.
Yeah. Okay.
It used to be called Nobody's Problem, but nobody could spell it right. So
Nobody's, yeah.
Well, we wanted it Y''S, and everybody was spelling it IES. So
yeah,
we thought if we're not going to get respected like that, But
gotcha.
I think I wanted to change it to Everybody's Problem, and then I thought Problem just sounds even better.
Yeah, why not? Well, I wish you all the success, and yeah, I think we might have a bit of music to play from your later in the stream, haven't we?
Yeah, cool, man.
You shared a link with one of your tunes. Probably a couple of months back, I know we played some of your music at the end of the stream as well. So, yeah, it's always great to play, the music of you guys that tune in.
Thanks, man. Yeah, KG, I just wanted to say, hey, mate, and Jekyll Island. Yeah, I can't remember what Jekyll Island was. Was it where the that disease came from? From the ticks. What was Lyme disease? So is that Jekyll Island? That had the big lab on it, or was it where they started a secret society or something? It's not the Bilderbergs, because the Bilderberg started at the Bilderberg Hotel.
Which is in the States, or?
Yeah, it's in the States.
Okay, Jekyll Island history. So, okay, I'm not sure if I can share my screen. I could do, I guess, if I bring this up. You can all see that, can't you?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I haven't actually heard of. I've heard of Lyme disease, but I haven't got a clue what it is, or whether it's.
Or is it the creature from Jekyll Island?
Where this.
Well, no, these weird animals that were like mutations showed up on the beach near Jekyll Island. I can't remember what Jekyll Island was about. If KG
maybe
says something,
maybe they will. The Creature from Jekyll Island. A second look at this is a book. At the Federal Reserve. Well, there's definitely a creature.
That was it. They started the Federal Reserve on Jekyll Island.
Okay.
Yeah. Got rid of the gold standard.
Gotcha. I see. So a bit of a sinister place, or?
It's an island. It's the sinister people, really, isn't it? I think it's just a little island in the middle, just off the coast somewhere that's just remote, so they don't get bothered.
I got you. Yeah, of course. I
don't know. I've never been.
Billy.
Sorry?
I was just saying hello to Brill Billy in the chat. Mun Talk for Monsters or something. Yeah, just saying hello. Yeah, whenever I hear of small island, the one that reminds me of is Craggy Island from what do you call it?
Father Ted.
That's it, yeah, where they've got all the those three bishops living in that really nice house, actually. I'd love to live in a place like that, but
yeah. Go on.
Yeah, that's the one. Let's see. Yeah, KG confirms it was the bad guys started the Federal Reserve. Now, to be honest, I'm not, Federal Reserve. I guess it's something to do with lending the people money or something like that.
Well, yeah, it's like the Bank of England over here. They print money.
Okay. Tell everyone how little they're right. And you would guess again, Federal Reserve means they've reserved all the gold or something. To
I think the gold was at Fort Knox, but they sold loads of it. I think around when they invaded Iraq. I can't remember.
Okay, I do remember.
I know a load of gold went missing at 9/11 as well the day before. Like
that's right.
Like half a trillion. It was like half a trillion or something of gold just went missing.
Yeah,
something mad like that. Ridiculous money. And they never mentioned it again after 9/11.
No, of course not. I remember actually there was a politician got in trouble for saying, "Oh, this is a good time to bury bad news," which is, of course, exactly what they were. What sounds like what they did with that. Everything was overshadowed after that, wasn't it? I went into a bank actually not long ago, and it was a while back now, and I mentioned to them about coming in and claiming my gold, and they had absolutely no idea what I was talking about. They didn't realize, despite working in a bank, that banknotes are supposed to be your token of how much gold you're entitled to.
Well, that's what it used to be, but they've changed it into legal tender now. It's nothing. It's just paper and numbers.
Well, at least it's that. I mean, I always say about like cryptocurrency, for example. At least with a coin, you can play heads and tails with your 2p, or I've seen people make them into like tables or even floors. They've stuck all their coppers together. At least you've actually got metal you can do something with, whereas crypto, I can't see how.
But the thing with crypto is it's quite volatile, so people can make and lose quite a lot of money on it. I invested in Bitcoin a while ago and managed to double my money and then pulled out.
Brilliant. That's the way to do it.
But yeah, we should be allowed to use gold online and silver. We should be able to purchase anything we want. We should be able to go into the shops and buy stuff with gold and silver. I think we should have as many options as as possible, really.
Yeah, I imagine.
And let the people choose, because that's the real money. That's God's money, God's currency. That gold and silver. So
yeah,
and it's stable as well. You don't get loads of inflation.
No.
Like when America had the gold standard, the dollar was worth $1 for a century or maybe even longer. And then as soon as they went onto the Federal Reserve stuff, it was it's just gone through the roof. Like a silver coin, a silver dollar was worth $1, and now silver. I think the net price or the bottom price or whatever is worth about $30, maybe a bit more. So it's gone up 30 times. So it's pretty mental, that.
Yeah, I always remember them saying about the great thing about crypto is you can use it completely anonymously. Do you remember that being one of its selling points? So
yeah, well, that's a lot. That's a massive because it's all on a ledger. Everybody can see every translation from the transaction from the beginning, can't they? They should really encrypt the ledger. It's mad.
And also talking about it's decentralized was another thing they mentioned, but it all runs on Bitcoin, runs on blockchain, or is blockchain when you talk about ledgers? Is that?
Yeah.
Of course, they're all backed and set up by all the big financial industry. All the big financial companies. They've all. Yeah,
they want to know every single thing we do.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, they don't want to tell us everything they do.
No, exactly. Or if they do it like a day before a massive terror attack when people very suddenly forget about it.
Yeah.
Not the.
It's like with this Philip Schofield stuff with the runner. The runner's not supposed to be releasing any information until July, when he probably has left the country by then, and it's mad, and they're fighting over who's gonna write the article, and he's gonna make a load of money.
When you say the runner, sorry, what's the runner?
Somebody who worked on is it This Morning? One of the staff, okay. Philip Schofield's been having an affair with him, and he met him when he was 15 at a theatre company.
Right.
and then started working at the show, I think when he was 18, something around that age. He's really young.
Yeah, I came
Smart.
across that very story because I was surprised when I read it. I was like, hang on, isn't this an ancient story? They're talking about Philip Schofield having an affair. This surely came out like when he originally came out as gay. How long ago was that now? That was a year or two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
But nobody, said much about him then. It was weird. He comes out on meeting this lad when he was under the age of 18, and then...
Is it the same lad, though?
Yeah, it's the same lad.
Then why are they all acting like it was a big surprise? Because this all came out ages ago, didn't it?
It wasn't. He even got the support of his wife. It's disgusting.
Exactly. But now they're all acting like they're disgraced by it.
Well, they don't want to go down with the ship.
No, whether I've missed... This is surely not new information to anyone. I thought it was a charity that he and his brother had set up, but maybe I got that wrong. I'm sure that's how they said he met the kid, but yeah, it's not looking particularly good for that guy, is it?
No, I think there'll be more stuff coming out as well. I don't think these sort of people just do it once with one person. I think it's quite chronic, and when they're doing stuff like that, they just want more of it, and they push the boundaries every time. It's like with the prom, it just gets more extreme.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe they were reporting this like it was like breaking news or something. Read more. Schofield admits cheating on his wife with a young male colleague. Yeah, nothing new about this information. And as you said, his wife came out supporting him, all the staff on the show, and like it massively raised his profile, didn't it? Yeah. And now it's almost like they've said, actually, let's pretend we've never mentioned any of this before, and suddenly report it as if he's, friends with, I don't know, who's that guy who died the other week? Died in prison. Oh, he might have been out of prison, actually.
Oh, Rolf Harris.
That's the one, yeah. Not obviously that there is any links to that just yet, but apparently it all started when he turned 18. That was convenient. Although because I don't know, like when I remember hearing along the lines that the age of consent for gay men was higher. Whether 18 still would have reached that number or not, I don't know. I thought it was 21, but perhaps that's not been the case for a long time.
Well, in this country, it's 18, I think.
Is that quite a new thing then?
It's been like that since I've been alive, I think.
Okay.
They probably want to reduce it, though. They're probably trying to. Yeah. I think they want it at 16.
Yeah, or perhaps they'll take the Vatican's approach and lower it to 12 or something horrific like that.
Yeah. I think the vast majority of people that play with these taboos, like homosexuality, I think they've all been influenced by older people when they were children. Possibly. And it kind of hardwires them to seek it.
And not one thing I did say,
they recognize it as love, and
okay, yeah, I don't doubt that happens. I remember I had to do a training class on child protection for this job I was doing. Not that I worked with kids or anything, but it just came up for some reason. And the person doing the training was a ex-police officer who dealt with those particular crimes, and they said that anyone who is convicted or being charged with such an offence are often told by their lawyers to say it happened to you when you were a minor, and you'll get a more lenient sentence. So apparently the statistics for how many actually were, people that offend as adults were themselves victims is massively
skewed. And it's for the cause as well, so you're not going to get an honest answer every time either.
No, of course not. One person who brushed it off very successfully was the guy from, let me think, what was his name? Oh, the Who? Pete.
Oh yeah, Pete Townsend. He was doing research.
Exactly, and I'm pretty sure he came out with that same line that it was to do with his childhood as well. Although some of his songs are very weird.
Yeah, they didn't do to him what they did to Glitter. He was found with a load on his computer and he got locked up.
Yeah, more or less. There's a Who song.
Gary Glitter wasn't as successful as Pete Townsend, though, was he?
No, didn't he go off to the Pictures of Lily? Like, that's a song by the Who, by the way. But yeah, some of the lyrics to this is pretty. You could read a deeper meaning to it than perhaps Wikipedia is going to tell us it is.
Well, I think Lily is Lilith with this song. I always think they're singing about Lilith, the devil's wife.
Okay.
I met Lilith on a DMT trip in this second heaven in hell. It was pretty mad, but that's for another time. She's very ugly.
Okay, you can tell us about your experience if you want. You're more than
Yeah, I used to dabble in DMT. It was always an experiment with me. I heard all these people raving about it and stuff, and I was interested. But it wasn't like a shamanic thing. I wasn't trying to do like a spiritual thing, really, even though it got that way. And it's pretty extreme, you know. It's not like LSD where it changes the way you think. It's a visual and audible thing, you know. Things heighten. It's and you see things. It's like the VR headsets, like the Oculus and stuff like that, or a PlayStation. Well, imagine one of those headsets, but as like a PlayStation 10 or something. It's like that. It's like sometimes you get like a 360 view. It's mad.
Okay, it does sound very mad. I think you might have mentioned what that particular product was, DMT, but it's not something I don't know what where it comes from, although you might have.
It's pretty much in all plants and animals. It's released when you go to sleep, when you dream, and when you're near death experiences and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you might have, whether you mentioned it on the stream, I'm not sure, but on the last one, but because I've mentioned not in great detail.
I'm not endorsing it though. I don't want anybody to take it.
No, of course not. Wouldn't ever suggest anyone take any kind of whatever. Wouldn't even tell people to drink a shandy, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm on what one's this? Strawberry and elderflower tea or something. That's about as daring as I get. I mentioned you talking about falling asleep, DMT coming on. I've mentioned having sleep paralysis in the past, where I've had some very strange experiences of.
I had a sleep paralysis experience. Can I share that?
I'll see how it compares to. You just had the one, or
just one?
I had multiple over the years, but okay, yeah, definitely. I'm always interested to.
Well, my sister has it quite regularly, but she can never open her eyes or see anything. But what happened to me was I was dreaming and this voice said, "Where would you like to go?" And I was like, "What's this?" And it's like, "Where do you want to go?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Okay, Manchester, going to town." So straight away, I'm in the middle of Manchester and it's like, this is strange. And then it goes, "Go on, where do you really want to go? Where do you want to go?" And I just gotten back from Naples. I went to a wedding in Naples. It was beautiful. So I was like, "We'll go to Naples." So bang, I'm in Naples. And I'm like, this is really strange. And then it says, "Go on, give me a hard one. Where do you really want to go?" And I say, "Let's go up to the space station."
Right.
So bang, I'm outside the space station. I can look down on the Earth like you see in the videos. I look up at the space station, I can see NASA and stuff like that. And then it says, "So go on then, where do you really want to go?" And I said, "I want to go where you're from." And it all went black and I couldn't move. And I could after a while, I could just about open up my eyes, and I saw two small grey aliens on top of me, like see-through. of course, these are demons. I know about the shadow people, and Jesus can get rid of them, all that sort of stuff, and they can look like anything. But people usually see shadow people and the Hat Man and stuff like that, and the old hag. But I saw aliens, yeah, and that was an experience, yeah. I could only open my eyes up slightly, but it kind of shocked me a bit. Go on, tell me about yours. I'm interested.
Oh, I've had plenty. It started when I started working nights, so my sleep pattern got messed up. And I just started having weird things, like as I was going off to sleep, I'd be woken up by loud banging noises or people screaming my name, or like a loud crashing noise coming like in the room I'm in. Obviously wake up to nothing. And then I would open my eyes and I was convinced someone was trying to get in the door, or that I'd left the door unlocked and I had to wake myself up quick before this person got through. And then I got talking to someone who'd had a brain tumor, and after he had it removed, he started suffering really badly with sleep paralysis. And he told me about, he felt a presence just behind him once, helping him to levitate out of his body. So I thought, oh, next time I'm in it, I'll try levitating. And yeah, eventually I got into situations where I was able almost to feel like I got up out of bed, and I, felt just as real. I could even feel the bed sheets sliding off me. And the only way I could tell whether I was awake or not was either to jump in the air or count my fingers. So I'd end up with like 8 fingers, and and just and just trying to ending up back on the street where I lived, walking down and seeing everything more or less as it used to be, except for maybe one house completely demolished. Which obviously that's lucid dreaming rather than actual sleep paralysis, but
yeah,
plenty.
I've experienced that as well.
Yeah. One I had was I was walked into this hallway full of hundreds of people doing a synchronized robotic dance, and this woman was leading me on to the end, saying, "Look, just follow my instructions, and I'll tell you what to do." And she started telling me moves to do, and then said, "Right, then now shut your eyes and go to sleep." And that's it. Next thing I knew, I woke up, and I had my cat on me, staring like with its claws in my chest, staring me right in the eyes, and I could feel it slicing my finger. Woke up, convinced when I woke up my finger was going to be sliced to bits. Gradually got myself out of it, and to find that it was just a very strange dream. But if that's what the caused by DMT, did you say?
Well, I think DMT is like a key to the second heaven, and I think the second heaven exists. It's like the in between.
Okay.
I think with the globe, I think the second heaven is space, and space doesn't exist. But I've been to the DMT world, and I think it's real. Those things in there, there's some of them you couldn't replicate on a piece of paper in a drawing.
Yeah,
it's impossible to draw. I saw this jester once, and it looked amazing, but it freaked me out as well.
Well, one I think I saw it on, I got interested in it, started watching videos on sleep paralysis, and someone recommended if you're in that position, find a mirror and start talking to yourself, and you can find out all this. Like, it didn't work when I tried it.
And say Candyman 5 times.
Well, I certainly wouldn't recommend that. I have looked for a mirror. I did look for a mirror once in sleep paralysis, because obviously, it's almost like a physical world, complete all the rules of the physical like out the window, and you can float up through the ceiling and whatnot. Very incredible experience. Not something I can do anymore though. It's gone off actually over the last few years.
Right.
But unfortunately the person that piqued my interest in it with the brain tumor, he passed on about a few years back now, a couple of years ago. So I did actually have a very strange dream about him, where he was walking, he was in a room talking, and I had to tell him, or I was, trying to think, isn't this guy dead and whatnot? And I was looking around and I, asked him, and anyway, I ended up, telling him I'd missed him and he was a good mate and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me with my dad. My dad died 4 years ago, and I've had multiple dreams about him. But every time I dream about him, I become lucid and I wake up in the dream and I rebuke him in Jesus' name. And the first time I rebuked him, he dropped his head and just walked away. And I think that happened 2 or 3 other times. And then another time, I was in my old house with him and he was sat on the couch, and I rebuked him then, and his head started shaking back and forth like something out of Jacob's Ladder, and he turned into Adolf Hitler. It was mad. But I've rebuked, when I become lucid in dreams now, since I've been saved, I rebuke the beings in the dreams, and they don't like it. They really react to Jesus' name. It's great.
Yeah, okay. I've never been in a situation where I've had to do that. Well, I want to say hello to Skeptic936 and Nathan Oakley, plus Susan Byrne, who confirms she's just dropping by. Doesn't want me to pressure her into joining the stream as a guest, but yeah, hello to those guys.
Hey, guys.
Just making sure I don't want to miss too much. Bro Billy says there's a very dark side of the entertainment industry full of egos seeking idol worship, and many do take it to satanic levels. I would say, if to make it big in the entertainment industry, I mean, you've obviously been a part of the music industry.
I wouldn't say the industry. I never really wanted to ever get signed. I would have made more effort otherwise. But now I've got YouTube and other platforms. We don't really need those record companies.
No, that's true. People should be able to take more control of their content.
That's a funny comment.
Yeah.
The real space station. I saw it in a dream.
Okay. Yeah. I would imagine that you're probably kind of influenced by the newspaper pictures, aren't you? Do you reckon? I mean,
what do you mean? Sorry.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what the space station looked like unless it was
No. And I think they can manipulate the world to be pretty much anything in a dream. Mm-hmm. I think it's like I've done things in dreams that I'd never do in reality, and it'd be like, well, are they trying to condition me into that type of person? It's strange.
Yeah,
it's very strange. The dreams, there's all types, and I think it's a good thing we don't remember everything. And I think the things we do remember, I think we should really ponder what the meaning behind it is. I look into dream interpretations, but I want it more biblical, a bit more like Daniel or Joseph. But it's strange, dreams. I don't set my life by my dreams, but I do acknowledge them and sometimes see them as an indication of something going to happen or something to do.
Yeah. Okay. Just if anyone else wants to come on, thank you ever so much so far, Joker Man. If you're welcome to stay to the end. If anyone else wants to come on as well, it's tinyurl.com/BZLive2805. Bobby's Eyes Live, 28th for the 5th is today's date. Pretty easy actually you do have to allow access to your camera and mic on this particular webpage, but I won't be showing anyone's faces on tonight's stream. So just switch your camera off as soon as you've allowed access, if anyone else wants to join tonight. I didn't have any particular subjects other than, let's see. Was there anything? Actually, I know a question I did want to ask you, Joker Man. You're from the Manchester area, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right. Now, some of the videos I've made are about Coronation Street, the soap. Obviously, takes place in Manchester, doesn't it? So, one thing I would be curious to know: have you ever seen any of the actors walking around. Like,
Yeah, Gail nearly ran me over into the town centre once.
Gail, yeah?
Yeah, near the Royal Exchange.
Okay,
she wasn't happy.
No.
I was crossing the street and then she just screeched on her brakes, and I was like, "Oh, that's Gail."
Yeah. I've seen a couple. Well, Madge from Neighbours. She was in the theatre, like in some pantomime one Christmas in Bath, and I saw her coming out of the like a WH Smith's, like unmistakably her. Which surprises me that just how much did Gail look like her character on the soap then?
Yeah, and she was very small as well, but she was in a car.
Yeah, they are.
Well, it was definitely her. She had the same hair and everything.
They are very, I would say, difficult to mistake, aren't they?
That's the strange thing about a lot of these celebrities.
Yeah.
You know, they do have a certain look to them. And, you know, for the longest time, nearly as long as I've been into Flat Earth, I've been looking into the trans investigation stuff.
Yeah.
And I've actually seen some good counter arguments now, and I'm back on the fence. And I never thought it's like all of them, but I did think there was a lot about, and I'm kind of stepping back from accusing people now. I did a couple of spot the tranny quizzes, and I didn't score as well as I thought I would. I got like 67 on one and 55 on another, and they're the ones that are really convincing. But you know,
these celebrities,
I don't know. I think we can discuss it, but I think I can't go around saying, "Oh, that's definitely a tranny." You know,
no, of course, you could never really do that anyway, can you? It's always a suspicion, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's interesting as well. But I think stuff that I used to believe as, you know, full-on forensic anthropology, like the Adonis belt and stuff like that. Yeah. It's not like women don't have those muscles, and women have the ability to tone their muscles and grow muscle as well. It's just not as much as men. So it is possible, I think.
Yeah.
But I on that quiz, there was still some I got wrong. So they can be convincing.
Were they celebrities or not on the quiz? Or
no. These were known to be either a woman or a man or a tranny or whatever. So it was like, you know, what's your judgment like at getting it right?
We could do it tonight if you want, or is it not the sort of thing?
It sounds cool, man. I'd like to. Yeah, that'd be cool. There's not many online though. You can Google it. I could only find 2. I think there's a few people doing it on YouTube, but for the quiz, I'd just do one of the online ones. I think one of them was Pro Quiz, the website. I think that was the one I got 67% on. But yeah, let the chat have a go at it.
Yeah, I will. Hang on a minute. But there's not a particular website now.
If you Google search Spot the Tranny, I think it's Pro Quiz or whatever the website. Or Prof Kit Quiz. Sorry?
One's called Quizondo. One's called
Maybe
Tests. Am I a cross-dresser? Oh, some of these
It goes too much into trying to indoctrinate people into becoming. There's loads of like messed up websites on the. As soon as you start searching for trannies, it's like, what have I done?
Yeah. I'll have oh, hang on, I don't need to do it this way, do I? Let's see. That's only for. Hang on. I'm getting mixed up. It's using StreamYard. I blame that. Right. Hang on. Let's find that quiz. Do you think that's one? Again, I think all I'm getting here are quizzes that are asking.
No, that's not it. That's to see if you. Nah. Try spot the tranny. See if you can type in spot the tranny. That's it. The top one. Top one.
Okay. By the way, Susan says Joker, man. If in doubt, look at the gate.
Yeah, but there's all sorts, you know, like the skull size that I never really focused too much on. Really broke a lot of my preconditioned like I really like mystery. I think it's very entertaining, but unlike Flat Earth, it took me 15 minutes to get to believe. Looking into that stuff, it took me a year. And I think somewhere down the line, I just, you know, accepted it. But I don't know, you know, it's going to happen in the future anyway. It will definitely happen in the future, but I don't know if it's happening right now. So I don't know. I'm back on the fence.
So
I'm going to have to look into this more.
When you say it will be happening in the future, what will, sorry?
Oh, men pretending to be women in films.
Oh, okay.
You know, but they won't know. There'll be secret trannies in movies and stuff like that. That will eventually happen. I believe.
Happening personally.
I used to think it was happening like to the extreme. I didn't think it was everybody, but I thought it was some, you know, all the main ones. But I don't know about that now.
Okay, but yeah, I mean,
I just came across some good information and got in touch with an old friend that has gone through, gone back and forth on it as well. So I don't know. Like a lot of the other channels, they really don't talk about it. Like you think they would, but it's kind of a bit of a niche theory, really.
Yeah, Skeptic says women don't have pronounced trapezius muscles, unlike Michelle Obama and others. Trapezius.
Yeah, but you can totally you can become a bodybuilder if you're a woman and you have enough steroids and stuff like that. You can build muscle if you're a woman. You're just not going to build as much as a man.
Just like they do breast implants, you can get bicep implants.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You can inject oil. Have you seen the people that inject oil into their arms and they have like 50-inch arms and they just look ridiculous? No, it's awful.
Yeah, I have seen people.
They have to have like arms amputated and all sorts.
So why do they do it? Just for the
to make it look like they've got big muscles, because they can make them look ginormous, and it's just like inflating your body with your muscles with oil, and it just starts rotting your muscles and stuff. They just inject like cooking oil and stuff into the muscles. It's sick.
It's madness, isn't it? Okay, This person on the screen now, which bathroom should they use? A men's or ladies?
Now I've got a play button on the screen here. I can't see his face properly.
Oh, hang on. What? I'm looking at. Oh, right. Okay, that's unfortunate. Why is that from the?
Can the chat see him? Because I've done this quiz. I'm not going to say anything.
Is it the same people? Is it?
Yeah. Quiz, yeah. There's only two I could find.
Okay. Right, looking at that, the shoulders look relatively narrow based on where it looks like his shoulders are sloping, but then he's got the wispy beard of someone who is on.
Well, see what the crowd thinks first. See what the crowd thinks first. M for male, F for female.
Okay. Well, yeah, definitely. I don't think there's that many people in the chat comment, but those that are. My personal view is not that I want to influence anyone, but I would say the ladies' room would be their original stop based on the ratio of the eyes. But then that can be like obscured as well by making the head look wider. I'm not sure what this thing up here is. This looks like a brow ridge implant to me. So I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, man.
Yeah. So can you see it at all or not?
I can see it, but I've seen the picture before, but it's got a play button over the face in the middle of the screen, so I can't see it.
That's annoying. It certainly doesn't, on my monitor, it doesn't look, it should be clearly visible. How many questions are of interest?
I think there's either 12 or 9.
Okay, Susan's saying female. That might be the only answer we get. Also, Skeptic says Sabine Hossenfelder, someone I've definitely heard of. Sabine, oh, that's the person that, like, astrophysicist, isn't it? Has the gait of a man. I've not seen their gait, but I wouldn't be surprised if people in that industry were. Yeah, okay, I'm going to say ladies on this one. I'm going to agree. Oh, KG says FTM, which would mean originally they would have used the men's toilet. No, female toilets, yeah. That's the one how do you select it then? Oh,
it's funny they call them female to male when they're really not male.
No, of course
it's female not. To disfigured female.
Exactly, yeah. You're absolutely right. Again, very narrow eyes. Number 2. Jaw looks very wide.
If you press start, it'll go through him and then reveal him.
Okay, we'll do that at the end then. Or can we do it one at
a
time?
Well, no. If you press start, you'll go through the quiz properly then, and it'll reveal it.
Okay, makes sense. Oh right, it's a different person. We didn't.
But they just mix them up, shuffle them up.
Okay,
it's all the same photos, so it'll pop up again.
Right, based on what we're looking at, I don't know how well it can be seen. Yeah, there is a bit of a delay by the look of it in the chat, I think. Oh, hang on, no, I'm 25 seconds behind. That's why. Right, looking at the digit ratio. Of course, once you twist your wrist a bit, the length of your, middle and your index and ring fingers can swap around just by twisting your hand around. So.
Yeah, and that ratio thing, I've tried it out with people and stuff like that I know, and it's not definite.
I said it to 2 people. I said, oh yeah, men have longer ring fingers and women, and they both showed me were the opposite, whether they were doing something weird with their hands or something, not deliberately, but.
Yeah, sometimes I've looked and it's longer, sometimes I've looked and it's about the same length.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm guessing this is referring to the one we're looking at on screen. Billy says, I can only say for sure I can get DNA to find an XY or XX chromosome. Skeptic says a man's head is 1/3 of the width of his shoulders and a women's is 2/3, although that can also be obscured by you can make your head look wider although that's obviously not particularly easy. And I think you can also disguise where the shoulder blades they can make them look longer by, right. And Skeptic says, not sure if that's right. Women's shoulders are 1/3 less than a male's. And bottom line, Obama is a man. Yeah, I think most wouldn't be surprised. Sorry, a lot of people wouldn't be surprised to find out that Michelle is definitely a man. Okay, so what are we saying on this one? I'm going to guess. I'm going to say one. I don't know. Overall looks female to me, but can you tell if it's a lady boy? Perhaps we'll do that one another time or after.
If you scroll down a little bit, you can choose.
Yeah, no, I see it. I've just seen, the one that I originally said was a woman hasn't come up yet. So this one, lady, I'm going to say this is a woman, I'm guessing. Correct. Although, how accurate are the people that put this quiz together? Who knows? Are they just finding pictures and assuming? This person was born a woman and she'll be in the restroom if she goes to North Carolina. Why? Okay. Question 2. The eyes are difficult to say. They're not particularly close together. I'm not seeing much of a brow ridge either. Maybe, actually. Okay, I'll see if anyone in the chat can help me out with that. Brill Billy says sometimes it's not that straightforward, as AI can now make images of totally fake people. Yeah, for all we know, these could be people straight off of that person. But
let's say it's not airbrushed, or it's not Photoshop. These are properly vetted. Let's just assume that for now.
Okay, assuming
and
they are.
then we can speculate all this stuff later. I think I looked in some forums about this questionnaire as well, and people kept posting, "Oh, I got 100%. I got 100%." And I'm like,
Right.
"Nah, you didn't, mate. You took it twice."
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. The hair looks fairly natural. Doesn't look like the hairlines too, because men and women obviously have different hairlines, don't they? But then it could just be a well-fitted wig. Can't really see the shoulders.
I got this one right.
It would. Okay, I think I've got my final choice. Brill Billy says female. I'm actually going to say men. I'm going to say it should be in the men's room. Does look very convincing though. Brill Billy says, I don't care if I'm wrong, as it will never make me gay. Of course it won't. It was a man.
Yeah, he has a look at the tranny, like, doesn't he? Like the sort of the ones on YouTube and stuff like that. There's a couple that look like that.
What do you mean? Sorry, people on YouTube that look like
like YouTubers.
Yeah,
I can't remember one. I think she does like right-wing videos, and she kind of goes against the LGBT, but she's like a full-blown. She's gone through the full transition. It's weird.
Okay.
But she looked like him, or he looked like him.
Gotcha. Yeah, this one, I would say there is.
I got this one right.
The shoulders would make me think male. They don't appear to have. Oh, they do have a bit of scarring actually on their chest, I think. I don't know if that's where they had breast removed. Hang on. Go to our zoom in.
Oh, you're cheating now.
Yeah, well, that. Had I not seen that, I wouldn't have known if they had a t-shirt on or a vest or something. But yeah, if you're not allowed to zoom in, then I won't do that in the future. But otherwise, really convincing. Except I don't know if you'd say the face looks particularly masculine, except for maybe the brow ridge. They're a little bit shallow, or whatever you call it. Not much for brow ridge, so I'm sticking with ladies. 3 out of 3, not doing bad. Thanks to Skeptic and Brill Billy in the chat for their help. Says need to see the ovaries. Right, for me, female all the way. I don't need to look too hard at this one. Female, it's just got that classic female to male look about it. But I could be wrong. I'll give anyone in the chat a chance. Susan said the arms. I assume that referring to this person. Hang on, I'm just going to move some audio, something from the screen a sec.
She's got bigger arms than me, though.
It depends how far they hang down, I guess.
Well, not longer, but like more muscular, I tell you, man.
Okay, yeah. I mean, women naturally have more fat on their body, don't they?
Well, yeah, she might be squishing up a fat, maybe.
Yeah.
But they go mad at the gym, and they're all on the hormones and stuff. So
yeah, and look at tiny ears as well. That would be something that would make me think not very masculine. It wouldn't necessarily, depends in what situation I saw them. As we're looking at them in a test, and we're specifically looking for things, yeah, maybe I'm going to be a bit more.
If you just looked at the arms and didn't look at the head, you'd probably think a man, though.
Yeah, I would say so. I think you're right. It's not like they've got quite a. I do wonder if they've got some sort of padding on their back, maybe.
Yeah,
that's another thing that trans people use to give more of a illusion. I'm going with ladies then. KG says female also, but can she change attire, Bro Billy? Skeptic says, look at female pro tennis players very closely. Venus and Serena, definitely men.
Yeah, I used to think that, but I don't know now.
You
It's
don't
mad.
think Serena
I don't
Williams?
know. They look like boys, but a lot of black women look like boys. It's weird.
Yeah, maybe, but not as much.
You know, I think black women are beautiful, but I'm just saying that some of them can look a bit mannish.
Okay,
To me, anyway.
As can white women, obviously, you know, or women of all.
Oh, obviously, that's why we're having this quiz to begin with.
Of course, we're doing. I mean, obviously, I've had you guys helping me, but I think we've got 4 out of 4 so far. Right, she looks female, but also looks like one of the what you would expect on a drag, you know,
Ladyboy.
That's it, yeah. You know, if you were to see a load of, I remember seeing a magazine article about they'd had a pageant and whatnot, and she kind of looks like she's straight out of that. But having said that, they've done if she is originally born male, then they've done a really good job. Very small chin. You mentioned Gail from Coronation Street. She's got a much more realistic chin than Gail has. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Skeptic says, I think Russian Vids did a video on them with pics of them as children. Yeah, I'm not sure the first person I saw with where I first heard about Serena and Venus, it may well have been Russian Vids. Actually, isn't he also doing a live stream tonight? I got the impression I was clashing with him, unless I got the day wrong. I'd have to have a look. Okay, final answer then. Man. Wow. 5 out of 5. Joker, man, I'm getting a tiny bit of an echo through. I think it's coming maybe.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. It's not too bad. It's barely audible.
Sorry.
No, it's I wonder if you've got your. I know you've got to hear it yourself, but
is it too sensitive?
Can you turn your? I'm not sure if you can turn the audio down.
Yeah, I can.
On stream, just a tiny bit. You don't need it too much.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah.
Okay.
You can still hear it, all right? Can you?
Yeah, I can hear fine.
Hear me all right. Skeptic thought that was a true female. Close. Okay, my first instincts are female. Mainly the eyes that give that away. Small nose. Yeah, it's just
I got this one right.
Just got very feminine eyes, but doesn't necessarily mean much. Yeah, unless it could be a man with what they call it, mascara. Well, Skeptic says players from 301. Right. Let's see. How many more? We've got 6 more questions. Yes, 11:05. I do stream until 11:30, so about 25 minutes left. If anyone wants to pop on before we finish and either help us with a quiz or just say hello. Yeah, the link is the URL is tinyurl.com/BZLive2805. Yeah, thanks, Joker Man, for being with us all evening so far.
No probs.
Yeah, I do normally do an intermission. How are you doing? Do you need to take a break?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. I might go all the way through then. KG says he's very good looking, and Skeptic still insisting they're not gay despite getting all these wrong. Right. Bro Billy, let's just say very good looking. Yeah, I'm gonna go against. Let's see. Okay, female. That was my initial one. Although I reckon it's probably going to be a man with makeup on, so this could be the first one I got wrong. Ladies' room. Yeah, fair enough. Got that one wrong. Well done if you said men's. You said you got that one right, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps I'm being over suspicious. Haven't we already had this one?
That was the second one before you entered the,
That's right.
the quiz.
I would initially.
I got this one wrong.
They've got above the nose looks female, below it male. There's a hint of an Adam's apple, but it could just be the tendons in their neck. The shoulders don't look especially wide. Hair looks fairly natural, female hairline. It's just a wide jaw, which I'm going to give them a pass on, I think. And I'm going to say female on this, but see if anyone thinks. I'm sorry, it's Brill Billy who's not going to become a trans. Good for you. I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, my answer to that, I'm going to say that's a woman. She's not got, unless she's had a lot of surgery done, she's not got a particularly wide neck, which can be a giveaway. Yeah, ladies' room. Oh, wrong again. Wow, that is a very...
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a, Oh, Asian...
I got this one right.
She looks female to me. Very flat forehead. Very small nose, but again, all things that can be worked on. Jaw isn't particularly wide. She's either had implants in her face to make her look feminine, or she is a female. Right. Bro Billy says they're glad they're not looking to pull with their success so far tonight. But yeah, you're right. These are very difficult, some of these. I would lean towards ladies. That's what I'm going to go with, unless anyone... Did you say you got this right or wrong?
I got this right.
Okay. Actually, taking a second look, the width between the eyes, that's male. That is male. I'm going to change my answer. KG thinks male as well. Oh, wrong. Wow, okay. It was their ethnicity that threw me off, I think. Right, this is the one from the original, and I think most people agreed this was looked like a FTM or FTMF, female to mutilated female. I've also actually compared the practice of gender reassignment, they call it, to what in Africa they get accused of genital mutilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, by all accounts, obviously is against the law in this part of the world.
Still happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Like in this country, if they don't do it in the country, they'll take them to another country, get it done there, and bring them back.
Are we referring to, what they call...
genital mutilation?
Female circumcision?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
FGM.
Yeah. But is that any worse or different to what these people can go? I don't know if they do it on the NHS.
Well, they are doing it against the will, doing it to little children. It's awful.
Yeah, of course that's awful. Yeah, and these people, you would think, are at least kind of voluntarily going in for it, but
they've been conned into it anyway.
Exactly, they've had probably a lifetime of brainwashing to convince them that they're using the wrong toilet.
Like, could you imagine if Elvis Presley and Marilyn Manson changed places? That would be mad. It wouldn't work, would it?
How do you mean? Sorry.
Well, how soft the industry was back then with Elvis and stuff, and
right.
he was all the love songs, and he was huge. And then Marilyn Manson's just full blown Satan.
Yeah.
Man.
I think Elvis would still do all right nowadays. Oh, it's hard to know, actually, isn't it?
Well, I found Elvis. He's alive. He's Pastor Bob Joyce. You got to look into him sometime.
Remind me before we finish, after we've done this
Okay.
quiz, and we'll look at him. I've also heard it suggested that he or the gardener at the Maryland Ranch looks very similar to him.
Right.
Right, Brobilly's saying male on this one. I'm going female, but I've got the last, is it 3 wrong now? Let's see. Brobilly says both. Of course, there is, in very rare circumstances, hermaphrodites. So, yeah. Finally got one right. 50 out of 100. Is that what I got so far? I know we're not.
Yeah, but it goes up.
Oh, the question difficulty hard. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, so I've only got 4 out of 8 so far. Well, okay, maybe that was before my last one.
I got this one wrong.
Right, I would say looks male, but could just be overcompensating for something. The arms are quite short, but then is that just because they've got so much muscle? Doesn't look very male in that area, if you catch me drift. Okay. I think either this person's had implants or has just done an awful lot of work on their body to make themselves look a lot more, I don't know, very strange shaped legs here. That really doesn't look right to me. That looks female, I would say. I'm going to go female. But were I not doing a quiz called Spot the Tranny, I wouldn't probably give it a second thought. I don't know. Not sure. Although I wouldn't be looking at this type of picture if I wasn't doing the quiz. I don't generally spend my time. Of course, we haven't looked for the scarring either. The nipples seem to be facing downwards rather than they don't look in the right place.
I rushed this one.
You rushed it?
Yeah, I did. I answered it in like 3-4 seconds. Just click.
Also, the 6-pack seems to be at a bit of a strange angle. But then that could just be, who knows, right? KG says female, as does Brobilly. And Skeptic says it could be prosthetics. Of course it could. You never know what they can do with that. But based on those legs, that appears to be a female gait to me. Correct, yeah.
Well done. I got that wrong. I was like, oh man, looking back at it, I was like, I could have totally told.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up on all that when I went after I saw it.
Huh.
I got this one right.
Okay. Looks on the surface not like someone I would particularly think is not other than what they present themselves to be. Although the hands look kind of a bit small. That finger looks absolutely tiny, like feminine. Forehead doesn't look, you know, it looks like they've got a bit of a brow ridge. The hairline actually looks more feminine than male. Too much hair. Although perhaps some people are just born with lots of, more hair. Not much of an Adam's apple, but is that just because the angle of their neck? The ears look manly. The eyes look fairly masculine. So, although it's the hands and arms that kind of, no, that looks like a, although thinking about it, hairy arms generally on a male it kind of goes off above the, well, who knows, we're all different. But it's normally more sparse on the bicep than it is on the forearm, whereas this person, it seems that they've got a pretty, it's a lot of coverage. Again, the hair seems to be growing on the inside of their wrist, which perhaps, it's generally more sparse in those areas, but who knows? I might need some help from the chat with this one. Brill Billy says a rent boy. KG says a lady. And Skeptic asks, can you show a female bodybuilder? What, as a comparison to that last one, perhaps we could have done. I'm going to say male. How did you say you did on this one, Jokeman?
I got it right.
You got it right, yeah. Yeah. A lot of the things point to female, but I don't know. It's that. It looks like if the shape of the jaw is masculine, the width of the eyes looks masculine, ears look masculine, hairline looks female, hands look female, male. I'm going to stick with male. Oh, what's going on? I'll probably have to reload the page now. Oh, okay. I got that wrong. It was one. But you got that one right, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
Seems like we're getting the opposite. The ones you got wrong, I got right.
Not on everyone.
No? Okay. Right, last one. Huh.
I got this right.
Okay.
I answered quick on this one as well.
Very wide shoulders, almost too wide. Yeah, first instincts is that's a man, I would say. Yeah, hands are fairly large. No obvious hourglass figure. Quite narrow hips. And the arms. Let's see, would they come a bit further down than that if it was a man? My elbow tends to rest, in about that sort of area. So they appear masculine, except for just a bit of a narrow chin. KG thinks lady. Bro Billy thinks lady. They've done something. If it is female, they've done something to make their arms and shoulders look a lot wider than they really are, which, as we know, we could have a quick look at a bodybuilder picture. All right, I've got one for all of you after this. I'm just wondering if it looks like she's got some sort of strapping on under her t-shirt. Sorry, I say her. Okay, I'm going to go against the chat and say probably a male. Yeah, I'm going male. Got it. Correct. Now, assuming this website did properly verify all these answers, then yeah, that was quite a lot caught me out. 8 out of 12, which
I got the same score as you.
Oh, now it's saying question difficulty easy. Maybe that was the last one was an easy one. I don't know. Interesting quiz though. Yeah, view my results. I will. 67 out of 100. I thought 8 out of 12.
Exactly what I got.
Yeah. Oh, it's 67. Yeah, of course it is. Okay. Did you print out your certificate?
No.
And I got a fail, whatever that means. Perhaps you have to get at least 80 or 90%.
I wonder how Mr. E would do on that.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. It looked like there was another one, but I'll save that for another day. The advert came up a few times. Perhaps it was. Can you tell if it's a ladyboy? This may be one for another night, for another episode, as it's 11:20. So I'm gonna start winding down shortly. Okay.
Cool.
Who was it? I know. Was it Skeptic asking to see a female bodybuilder? Although, of course, if you think in sports, a lot of men pose as, female athletes, possibly, then who's to say that doesn't happen in the bodybuilding world as well? Whether it does or not. Yeah, I would say it is. Who knows what that is? Goodness sakes. It does look female in the waist area, actually. It's the legs don't look right, do they? I don't know what.
She looks in her 70s.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem. Perhaps that's it. I know what I was going to ask you. Ask everyone. It doesn't do much. I've got to say, I mean, maybe these are older people, but well.
There is one thing to women doing that. They do start looking like dudes. They really do. The faces, it's.
Yeah, talking about the tennis players, I always assumed they all looked so manly because they took a load of steroids.
Yeah.
Who knows? Because I mean, they will take legal steroids, don't they? Well, I don't know. I don't know that for sure, but I'm guessing most sports personalities do actually. Look at the width of the.
The best arguments I got against the transgender thing was when they had a man and a woman next to each other, and it was one that they were investigating. They'd do the proportions of the head, and they'd keep coming up with the female head being smaller than the male head.
Right.
And that really made me take a step back.
What, when you were first looking into it, or?
No, recently, yesterday. Yes, last night.
Okay, here's one for you. Hang on, for everyone. This one. I hope you can see it all right.
Jordan.
Yeah, Katie Price. Yeah, that is her name, isn't it? Katie Price. Yeah. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I think it's a woman now. So, if you look at the heads, like from the hairline to the chin, and if you draw lines across, and then if you move the lines next to each other, the head's bigger. That guy on the left's got a bigger head than her.
Okay. See, when they were younger, they looked a lot more feminine, obviously, but as they've got older, yeah,
that's women for you, though, isn't it?
And this person obviously has a lot of work done on them, full stop, which again makes me suspicious. Why would they? What are they trying to compensate for? A bit like that bodybuilder desperately trying to look as masculine as possible.
Yeah.
Hang on. I mean, of course, these people have stand-ins, don't they? They have, people like these lookalikes, doubles. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the photos we see of Jordan or whatever could be a lookalike, a stand-in. Perhaps when they want these people looking female, they'll look female. When they want them looking male, they'll look male. What were you saying about the lines that you had to draw?
The lines?
Yeah, you said to draw. Hang on, what's going on with her face? Either they put a rubber mask on this person, or they're just not very good.
Her face is collapsing. She's had so much plastic surgery. Those aren't real eyebrows.
Those aren't.
That nose looks fake. That looks like a rubber nose. It's mad, that.
It does, yeah.
Like, look at her upper lip. That's all been adjusted, that.
Yeah, maybe that's covering up all the scarring.
And if you look at the pointy out bit at the front of the ear, that's folded. That's got a line on it as well. So it's probably a facelift as well.
Yeah, well, apparently when they have facelifts, one of the things it does is pushes their hairline right back, so they then have to have hair implants done all down the side of their face. Mad, isn't it? What people do to make themselves it's not attractive, is it? Well, each to their own, of course. Some people might think she's absolutely stunning, but
it's getting better though. So some other jobs can look all right, but people get obsessed with it and then just get worse and worse.
Yeah. Oh, hi to Phil Wright and Tony Whitcomb. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, all right, Phil. How you been? Oh, I'm getting mixed up with somebody else. Phil Wright. Yeah, I'm mixing up with another Phil, but yeah, hi, Phil.
I'm trying to show Tony's comment, but how can you make your dick disappear into the muscles? Women is beyond me. I see why they held that for review, but it is like 11 o'clock, half 11, so I'm trying to allow it. For some reason, it's not letting me. If anyone else is a moderator, hang on. Let me see. Perhaps he's deleted it since I tried to. Right, just checking any comments I might have missed. Yeah, Phil says bloke with fake tits, which is pretty close. Susan says good night. Interesting chat. See you all. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, Susan. It really is appreciated. We are actually going to.
Good night, Susan.
Yeah, we're going to be closing down shortly anyway. Who is it you wanted me to look at about?
Elvis.
Elvis, that was it. Yeah. Who was?
Oh, Bob Joyce.
Was it
Pastor Bob Joyce? Yeah, Pastor Bob Joyce. He looks like him. He sounds like him. He walks like him. He plays the guitar like him. And I think the Black Swan is that he's got a scar on the side of his forehead, and it's the exact same shape as Elvis's.
Okay. See if we get any close. I see people making the comparison here. Huh. Yeah, I will recommend people check that out. I've not heard of this guy before, actually. Pastor Bob Joyce. I guess he's like a TV evangelist.
And he gives hints that he's Elvis in his sermons as well. If you watch his sermons, he talks about his past in a sort of like mysterious way, like hinting that he was Elvis.
Okay, like when Katy Perry made that comment, "There's not a little John Benet Ramsey inside of me." Do you ever remember her saying that?
No.
Do you know who John Benet Ramsey is? Do you remember that horrible, vile story?
Was he a serial killer?
No, it was like a 5-year-old pageant contestant who was murdered, and I don't think they ever, I don't know if it was a dad maybe that was supposed to do it, but looks just like Katy Perry would. Hang on, John.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Yeah. The girl who went missing yeah.
That's it. And I'm not sure who ended up being found, but yeah, apparently Katy Perry has made the comment that there's not a little John Benet Ramsey in me. If we'd find it. So in the similar way as you mentioned, that pastor talking about being.
Well, it's like the opposite, really. He wasn't denying it. There is a video online where somebody's said he went to go see him and he denied it, and he shows a video of him outside like a shack, but he never shows Bob Joyce on the screen. It's just somebody talking, saying, "No, I'm not," and it's like, well, that's not that seems a bit misleading. You think they'd at least show his face on the screen.
Okay. Oh, one final question then for what do you make of Katy Perry? One of them or not?
To be honest, I never thought she was.
I do think she has she does look feminine, but it's not beyond what they could do. Her eyes look quite narrow, like quite small features. But again, as I say, yeah, not beyond what couldn't be done with a lot of good prosthetics or a good plastic surgeon.
But like if they are FDMs,
yeah,
they're really good ones. And to get somebody like that, you're not just going to breed them. You're going to have to find them in society because they're going to be so rare. You know, it'd be like 1 in 1,000 to be that convincing.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard it suggested that these are kind of almost bred for the positions they end up getting. But
yeah, I don't think it'd be like that. I think it might be more like headhunting. They'd be looking around for people.
I've got a feeling Russell Brand said Katy Perry was tranny or something along those lines. Katy.
And he married her. Brilliant.
I'm sure maybe it was an insult he was throwing around or something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Right, Katy Perry opens up. I don't know. Russell Brand had some surprisingly nice things to say about her. Perhaps I'm not going to find it. I know there's a video of Lady Gaga. You ever see her interviewed by Jonathan Ross?
Yeah, and I also seen her when she gets on top of that motorcycle on stage, and you see something dangling between her legs.
Okay, I've
so
seen...
I got a good feeling she's probably a tranny.
Okay,
and I do probably, and I still think Michelle Obama is, but we'll see. Yeah. I could change my mind on them too.
Okay, it was this one. I don't know how easily we're going to find it, or even if. Do you hear the audio?
No.
You can't hear.
This is when she starts having a twitch and.
Possibly. Oh, her eyes. I know her eyes go a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would recommend people watch that interview because partway through it, they start. Hang on, can I bring subtitles up? Would that do it? I assume this is the right one.
Is this when she's talking about drag queens?
It's where she admits to having a penis.
All right.
Oh, it's a shame.
I might not have seen this. I recognize the outfit though. Strange. I can't remember.
I don't know if I can find it now.
Yeah, I've seen the clip where she covers her eye that you just showed.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Right, I think in order to play it, I've got to put it on a particular... Hang on. Let's see if we can play it.
Do you ever go on the internet?
Huh. Right, this will be the last thing we do before we wrap up for the night, I reckon. Just want to find that link. Where was it? 27 seconds in. Right, do you hear this now?
Lady Gaga?
I tried to stay away.
Yeah, because it's filled with mad rumour.
You don't hear this now?
No.
Stay away.
Yeah, because it's filled with mad rumours.
Really?
Watch the subtitles.
Would you like to hear a couple?
I'm sure I don't have a choice.
Have a choice.
They're not
to hear
bad
the
ones.
rumours.
It's okay, go ahead.
Okay, because you know what I think they are? I think sometimes people read your lyrics and they read stuff into your lyrics and then they create
Thank
stuff.
goodness.
Yeah, okay, because there's one of your songs is a line where you're saying you're bluffing with your muffin.
Yes.
It's a
Right,
shame.
and then I've been inquired, there's someone that said that Lady Gaga is actually a very well-endowed young man. And I think that might come from that thing.
A very well-endowed young man. And then she
But I've
goes
seen
on
photographs
to
on
say,
stage, and if you're well-endowed, I've got no idea where you're hiding it.
Right.
But that is
Well, I do have a really big donkey dick.
She just said, I do have a very big donkey dick. But yeah, you'll have to find that link for yourself. That's on the BBC. I'll put it in the chat if anyone wants to hear it for himself. Right, I'm gonna start wrapping up, or I will never finish, and I'll never let you go. Right, what was that? That was Lady Gaga vid. Any last words before we finish for the night?
Just God bless. I love you all.
Yeah, I'm going to take the time to thank Tony, Phil, Skeptic, KG, Brill Billy. Let's see who else. Susan and Nathan Oakley popped in for a short while. And obviously yourself, Skeptic, yourself, Joker Man, for tuning in tonight, all right? And massive
No problem.
thank you for actually coming on the stream. Yeah, away. Anyone wants to show appreciation for tonight's show and wants to hit the thumbs up button, it's always appreciated. As is, I've got a couple of let's see, do I still have it? I got a couple of options for people that want to support me besides Patreon. I'm also on Cash App now, which was Chris Brown's recommendation, but that's irrelevant. And patreon.com/BZLive, also PayPal details available on request if anyone wants to support me on any of those platforms. And Joker Man, thanks to you and yourself and Linda Mack, who support me over on Patreon. Yeah, also thanks to Skeptic936 and Nathan Oakley also for supporting this show. And actually, while I'm on the subject, I know Mudlark Digging Up the Thames helped supported me with purchasing my book out over on Amazon, which I think you also did, didn't you, Joker Man?
Yeah, I did. I haven't read it yet, though.
You haven't? I recommend doing it. It's out there. The link is in the description to anyone who wants to check it out. Okay, but yeah, massively thank you all for tuning in, and big thanks, Joker Man.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I just hope I haven't missed anyone in the chat. Okay, Bro Billy says good night. Yeah, I think I'm going to say that. Normally I would play out with a video. I've only got... It's difficult being on StreamYard. I think we're going to have to do without it. We've got some music, actually, we could play out on. Although I need to find the link. Yeah, this is music from your band and Problem.
Yeah, Feel the Rhythm, Be the Sound. Now, I think the songwriter wrote this song for me because of my early days of being a really bad drummer.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
What was that? His instructions? Was it feel the rhythm?
Yeah, it's a motivation thing. It's keep me focused.
Okay, I'm going to put the text up. Music by, let's see, Problem. Is that the right name?
Yeah.
Featuring Joker Man?
No, I'm actually not on this track.
Right, okay.
All these songs I've got recorded. These were practice CDs that I used to play drums to when he wasn't about. So I do have a demo, but it's only got a few songs on it. But we've got 42 songs, and I've pretty much got all of them backed up on that. So it's a drum machine, so the drums are a bit different, but you get a gist.
Yeah.
If there was a producer on it or something, it'd sound a lot better.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, yeah. I will also. You've got a channel which I'll certainly leave a link to in the description of tonight's video. Okay.
Thanks, man.
And yeah, I'll leave you with the music. You better confirm actually you hear it on this occasion, because I don't think you did last time.
Well, if yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay, if not, I might just have to.
Well, if I don't hear it, I won't say anything. Just play it.
No, did you know? I think I know what I've got to do in order to make you hear it again. I think.
Okay.
All right, I need to remove. How do I get rid of it? Oh. Okay. I'll try it once more. No, how annoying.
Just play it, it's fine. If
Yeah,
if the audience can hear it. Nobody hears it.
They don't, unfortunately.
Oh, maybe another time. Don't worry about it, man.
I'm going to try one more thing, and then if it doesn't work... Right. Stop screen. So I'm now going to try again to share my screen. Right, what happened there? Did that do anything?
No.
Give it a chance. I think it has. Do you hear that?
No.
No. Okay. It will have to be another time then. That's odd.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Strange. Okay. I must be one of those things about StreamYard. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna let you go. Thanks ever so much for tuning in tonight, all right? To everyone,
Yeah.
and thank you, Kamal, for being a guest.
Thanks for having me. Bye, everyone.
Sorry we didn't get to hear your music. We will next time.
No worries.
All right, I'm ending the stream. Take care. Oh, goodbye all. Hang on, I've got a message. There we go. Thanks for watching. Okay, good night, over and out.